That's a really lovely concept. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this evening's meeting for the Finance Committee for Stanley Town Council Finance and General Purposes on the 11th March 6:30 at the Greenhouse in Greencroft. The meeting is being recorded and streamed on YouTube. So, item 1, can we have apologies for absence, please?
Anne McMahon and Alex Kerr.
Anybody happy to accept those apologies? Any declarations of interest, item 2?
It's just that on the members' initiative fund, if we declare an interest, we're all going to have to leave.
Yeah, should we just pick that up when we get there? Probably easier that way. Item 3, procedural and appropriate announcements from the chair. I don't have any specific announcements. There's no fire alarms or anything due tonight as far as I'm aware, so if it goes off, we're evacuating. Item 4, public participation. Do we have anything?
No,
No, and we have no members of the public in attendance. Move on to item 5, confirmation of minutes. So to approve as a correct record and sign the minutes of the Finance and General Purposes Committee meeting held on the 11th of February 2025, which is attachment A. Anybody got anything from those minutes? Who's happy to approve them?
not yet.
What to approve the finance request?
When we're looking through the paperwork, there's quite a high cost for removing Chrissy's tree and Chrissy's tree. May I suggest that we go back and have another look at the using another trot planter, call it what you will, to put the tree in and leave it there, to buy a real tree and leave it there, and then we eliminate the cost of putting in, taking out, putting in, taking out. And I think we'll probably see it's money in the long run. Quite a bit of money in the long run.
Yes, you want
Just to back Joe up on that, she's absolutely right. But what you could do, the costs are from actually having to take the beacon out and the beacon back in.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree, literally, even if you couldn't get a big enough one that was stayed there permanently, the Christmas tree would get such a cheap price. It is the environmental team could literally go along and pop it in. So it does make absolute sense what Joe, but we've been saying this for years, and it doesn't happen. No.
Yeah, and we can definitely look into that in the future. Anybody else?
I was just going to say, we have discussed this previously, and I think just other things must have gotten away. But I think going forward, whatever is in place after the elections, I think probably needs to be seriously considered.
New location, tree possibly.
Well, I think we had discussed at one point the possibility of putting the Christmas tree somewhere else on the front street, but I think it needs to be taken seriously.
Yes, too many thousands of pounds to.
No, that's
I think as well it might be sensible to have it in a different location due to the hole and everything anyway. Because, so
Well, I think just wherever you're going to put it permanently.
yeah.
And in that job is then done. We're not spending £2,000 to take it in and take it out, which is a lot of money.
absolutely definitely that forward to be looked at.
Well, now's the time to look at it as opposed to, September.
No, I appreciate that, but yeah, we'll put that to on the future agenda then to bring back to the committee.
I know when we were looking to get the beacon installed the very first time, James, we were looking at the town council to put it up in that paved area up by after shops towards the central club, Clifford Road, yeah. And because it was there, it was remembering people that would sleep there anyway, so I don't know if we could take that into consideration, bring it to people, maybe better off ship that or something.
Yeah, we definitely give that all.
Leslie's absolutely right there. But that was part of regeneration. We're going to do regenerating the area at the same time. But that kind of didn't go ahead. So that kind of You could look at an ulterior motive of relocate the beacon, but that's a big cost because of the ballast on the ground.
Yeah.
So
It has to be the
tree.
The trees.
Because of their options.
I would perhaps look at it, you know, how you're saying for future agenda,
Mhm.
that this committee recommends the full council that it gets investigated and look at it, and then at least we're then actioning it. I don't know, just a thought.
Yep. I think that makes sense. Anybody else? No, so we're happy to approve those minutes. We'll move on to page 6, accounts of payment and bank reconciliation. So we've got the schedule of payments, receipts and the bank reconciliations and bank balances from December 24, January 25, February 25, which are attachments B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So are we taking those a month at a time, or would you like to go about? Has anybody got any queries or questions?
Yeah, sorry. I had something to ask. It was about the, at which point can we take off, the Civic Hall? Can we take them off we've got an awful lot of mentions of the Civic Hall. You're going through, there's things on here, Civic Hall, with no detail, there was no transactions, because there won't be any transactions. It just seems that it's taken up, they're all over the place, you know, you're just looking through and seeing, but there's nothing, we're not using it any longer. It's going, so can we have that taken off so that it's sort of, well, it's obvious that we are now no longer doing anything, would we? Yeah.
Obviously, well, all that's said there, I think, his name, the finance officer, I think Anne actually did suggest that, but I think it needs to be done at the new year end, I think she said.
Yeah,
I think she
that
did
was
say
it,
that,
new year end,
she said that it, that it needed to be done as part of the moving forward.
Yeah, there'll be something
Afterwards,
something
just in case anything cropped up around the rest of the year, but I do agree that it needs to be taken on. And the only other thing is, I know that there's been some issues, but I think going forward again, we shouldn't be getting this 3 months at a time.
I know.
I know there's been some issues, but we need to be on top of what we're doing, because how can we, if we did have any questions to ask about December, it's gone. I think we need to get on top of it.
Yeah, well, that's a fair comment. So it has been a little bit of
Yeah, I fully understand that, but even so, you know, we are accountable and transparency and everything, and I just think it's a little bit, the financial bit.
Yes, no, that's fair, isn't it? You know, gosh. Any other queries? Anybody? No. So, we happy to approve the various schedules, payments and receipts, and to note the bank reconciliations? Do I have a second?
No, second that.
Anybody happy? We'll move on to item 7, our internal audit report, which is attachment A. So the committee is requested to note the internal audit reports from Jean Fletcher. Anybody got any queries or comments to let you know about the source? This report relates to the work that was done on 25th of February 2020.
It's painful, sure.
Yeah. Nobody got any questions or comments? We're happy to know that report.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that, what is seen in the first one, we're gonna do, 7.3. That we're gonna do that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That's the 3-year forecast.
Yeah. Right. So move on to item 8, which is still connected to auditing, which is proposed 3-year plan for 25 to 28, which is actually out. So looking at to approve the contract agreement between G, Fletcher, the internal auditor, and Stanley Town Council. So, somebody, anything like that?
I mean, I have to say that he always gives us very full reports, and there's no sort of messing about, if you like. It's very straightforward and easy to understand. I can't see any reason why we shouldn't all know.
Somebody else? Was everybody happy to approve that? Do you need any additional hands?
Would be better. Oh, yeah. What? So, did you miss committee? No. Right. I was there, she doesn't get the vote. I thought she didn't.
There is an obsession.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yes.
Okay.
Item 9, this is where it gets complicated. Members initiative. So obviously there's one listed on the agenda. And but we have 3 others tabled to consider. Now,
So there's one, yeah. So myth number 17 is the one that's in the pack. Obviously David isn't here, Ellen's here. So what do you want to do? Do you want everybody to go out for each one, or
It's
not committed? Whatever you're.
I'm full council already.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless anybody's got any huge glaring objections to any of this, is there a necessity to be pulled it out?
I just think it's good that if anyone has a query, who's the person sending them.
yeah, so that's it. If they're only involved, then obviously that person.
Yeah, you will.
Take part. I don't see any issue. Everybody else is happy for the individual members to stay in the meeting while we look at them.
I don't know whether anybody else can remember, but previously when we did them, we didn't really go into that.
No, it's fair enough. So.
Previous councils, when we've had minutes, we've never left the room.
I'll put my name in this shit, this burn.
Oh, this term,
Yeah.
The previous councils, it was new to me when it was
Yeah.
dark to go in and out, I've never ever done that. So, I mean, I'm happy to leave if people would.
I don't think it's
No. So 17, which is the Campion League and District Community Association.
I don't know who you're. I don't think whichever council has picked that as the thing, who are which question, you know, and I mean. Unless there's something financially wrong with it. Yes, yes.
So next one is Powers, which is the robust and resilient mental health being people. Yeah. And then we have next, which is the Catchgate School Road Safety Project. And And the final one, which was the Jewish Museum, which was Jeanette, Alex, Holger, James, Alan, Bob, Gordon.
Well, Jimmy's one.
Yeah, there'll be nobody left to come.
That's why I'm, that's what we're all gonna go into.
That's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so item 10, date, time and venue of the next meeting. So the date would be Tuesday, the 10th of June at 6:30. The venue will be confirmed at the 2025 GM. Yeah. No, we're not finished yet. I'll get to it. So item 11, we're now moving on to the exclusion of person public to be resolved that the public bodies act 1960 that any members of the press and public and their representatives be excluded from the next session of the meeting due to the items of business that would be prejudicial to the public interest. So, yeah.